I've been part of KL Fashion Week for the past, I think this is the third year running. So it's been quite an interesting journey. I think Fashion Week has been the most influential in raising my sort of career in the industry. So I think the whole sort of process started when I was living in Melbourne. I came back to Malaysia subsequently, and then I started to explore this medium because at the time it was quite undefined, right? I didn't know that it was fashion that I was after. In 2010, I was part of the MIFA award and they awarded me a Young Designer Award and that gave me about 100,000 ringgit worth of funding. So with that, I started a label called Rhenium Lapideum, which is a menswear label and we showed it in Paris. My design aesthetic is not very ethnic. It has never been. I tend to like to explore a lot of tailoring and things to do with contemporary Western clothing. Well, this year the collection that we're presenting at KL Fashion Week is Spring Summer 2016. The sort of silhouettes that I was principally looking at this season was very spare and very A-line, very sort of oversized in a way. Very reminiscent of sort of the Sufis, the whirling dervishes. So I had always wanted to go to Istanbul, but I never really had the opportunity. So this was kind of a journey towards that. Previously I had worked with a few Middle Eastern clients and I think that the way that they think about clothes, I think that's quite interesting. Funny thing about phones these days is every time I get a wedding client in, they will open Pinterest. That's the first thing they do, they open Pinterest. They will always search lace wedding gown and then they'll go through it on the phone with me. I think it's little things like that that has changed the whole experience of fashion these days. Before phones were the thing, I couldn't imagine how designers would work. Everything is so instant. The moment that people see a show, it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram. I think that is something that has become a part of how we live in fashion. But I think fashion is kind of a learning game. You can't actually come into this thinking that you know a lot more than you do because every time you sort of assume something, you're kind of proven wrong anyway.